Hey guys, so today I've been sent an email relating to the DJI Mini 3 or the 2S update. Shows another leaked video, this time the drone in the air. So we're going to break it down today and go through some of these features. And some of these features are the features which you definitely want. Let's go. So since DJI Mini 2 was released, probably the day after, we've been wanting extra features because we all love this drone, but we just want a little bit more out of it. So the rumour mill of the DJI Mini 2S or the DJI Mini 3 has been here for a long time now. So I've been sent this email from a manufacturer I work with regularly, and this group in China gets information about early release information on drones which are going to be coming out. So this all ties in brilliantly, and some of the specs which is also they have been told. We've also got a video, so I'm going to be showing this video very soon, but some of the specs which I've just talked about quickly now is we're going to see an improvement in the camera. So we're going to see a frame rate boost of up to 4K 60. That alone is a fantastic upgrade. Being able to film at 4K 60 and slow that down is going to be excellent. Currently the max you can do is 4K 30 or 2.7K 60. So a 4K 60 boost is fantastic. Also a slight improvement in the battery life, going up to 34 minutes. So we'll take that. Any more extra battery life is great. And not that we need it, but a boost of a 10 to 12 kilometer distance from the DJI Mini 3 and Mini 2S. These are the specs that I've been told directly. So that also spells out to me that they've managed to put in some kind of extra antennas like the DJI Air 2S, hopefully, to be able to get that improved distance out of the new drone. But before we go into the other specs, because the specs that I know you definitely want, let's just play the video and then we'll talk about it afterwards. So we can see this DJI drone on the table, and you can see at the back there the new air vents, and also at the back what looks like to be position sensors, 2 position sensors there. The camera looks really similar, but now we see it outside. So now it's outside on what looks like a landing pad. The guy's got it in his hand, showing it around, and then at the front there, some more cooling on top and what looks like to be front position sensors. Yes, this is fantastic, but it gets better. So not only have we just got not pictures and we actually seen this drone in real life, we then see it being taken off. So the drone is now taken off, and you can see again clearly those back position sensors on the back there, the 2 of them. And then what looks like to be a demonstration here of the obstacle avoidance kicking in and preventing that drone hitting the tree in front of it. Yes, it could be pulling back on the stick, but it seems to be a demonstration of those front sensors working. I don't know about you, but that looks pretty good. And what a big improvement on this. If we can have that obstacle avoidance on here, that's a huge spec bump, which we've all been asking for, some kind of obstacle avoidance, because we've just had none on the DJI Mavic Mini or the DJI Mini 2. So if we can have that obstacle avoidance, that is going to save a lot of people out there. That also brings in the speculation, it hasn't been confirmed, but it could be that we can then see some active track capabilities. The camera going up to 4K 60, we've got front and back position sensors. Some kind of active track is really now possible. Potentially just maybe at front, but that will be enough, just like we had on the DJI Spark. So let's just break down that video now. I'm going to go through some of the shots and then compare it to what we currently have on the DJI Mini 2. So we can see in the first image that we've got these new cooling vents on the back of the drone, so at the side. So on the DJI Mini 2, we just have the one on each side, and these are both horizontal. So now we see them pointing down. They are thicker and wider, and that's going to help with the overall cooling of the drone. Let's go to that second image now. So the second image, we see a top-down shot of the drone, and as you can see on the DJI Mini 2, there is nothing here, but on this next drone, you'll see a big cooling vent. It could be that this is the position sensor and these are still the cooling vents. That could be the case. It's not really clear. So on the top here, you can see obviously this new cutout at the very top, and that's going to either be that front position sensor or a cooling of the actual drone. It possibly, I think, will be more to the fact that this here will be the position sensor, and then these will still be the cooling vents just as they are on the DJI Mini 2. Next picture. If we look at the next image, you'll see on the back we've got these new 2 circular position sensors. So these are enabled for rear flying. It's going to be rear back position sensors. And then you can also see just underneath, it's going to be where the card slot is and how you charge the drone. The battery looks like to be in the exact same place with the same door, just in the same place. But the rear position sensors are going to be an added bonus for anybody and a safety feature. So when you're backwards flying, when you're flying around, that's going to help a lot. So here on the next shot, we see the drone on a landing pad, and we see another shot of this front either sensor or this air vent. It's unclear at the moment what it's going to be. I think it could possibly be a front sensor because we've already got the 2 air vents on the DJI Mini 2 at either side. So it would make sense for them to just keep them there and then have this position sensor on the top. But it could well be that this could now be a big cooling vent and the position sensors are now here at either side. Great to see. Front position sensors are going to be fantastic, able to stop that drone or maybe go around an object like the DJI S2S. We're not sure yet, but just having front and back sensors are a huge upgrade. In the next shot, the guy actually looks like to be pointing to these. So maybe this is a new feature and this is the position sensors and that's cooling. We can also see what looks like to be the camera gimbal. It's really hard to make out, but it looks really similar to what we already have. So no one-in sensors are going to be coming on any mini series. It's just not going to be possible with the weight of it. But an increase of this camera up to 4K 60 would be a good increase and more than enough for most people. So in the next 2 shots, we've got the picture of the drone flying towards what looks like to be a tree and then stopping. So this looks like to be showcasing this front position sensor in action. Yes, you could replicate this and fake that, but it seems to be this whole video, it's showing it flying, it's showing the front and back sensors, and then a demonstration at the end. So I would say more to the fact that that's showing you that front position sensor stopping, braking before it gets to that object. That alone on a drone like this will be great. If it can have some kind of active track built into it as well, I just think it's going to be the best selling small drone out there and no other drone is going to come close to it. Some have tried and failed already, but if we have a DJI Mini 3 or a DJI Mini 2S with now what looks like 100% certain to be front and back position sensors, and it can have the ability to have some kind of active track. It won't have full active track like the Air 2S. It will only have a front active track, just like we had on the DJI Spark. But that would be enough for most people and a great upgrade. 4K 60 on the camera, a slight bump in the battery length, slight bump in the distance to be able to travel, but front and position sensors. DJI Mini 3 looks like to be arriving in November, so only 3 months away. It would be a fantastic upgrade on these specs alone. What do you think? Let me know. Are you going to pick this up? Do you already have a DJI Mini 2? Would these be enough for you to upgrade? Certainly for me, I can't wait to grab this drone. It looks like to be a great upgrade just in these features alone. Or do you not really care about position sensors? Are you happy just to fly without them and you don't need active track? Are you going to happy sticking with that DJI Mini 2? I'd love to know in the comments down below. Thanks so much again for sending me this video. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.